right. Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm back again. I wanted to go over this video. Is it gonna work? I think it works, but I'm not too sure. We're gonna see. But yeah, I want to go over this video. Um, I think it's a cool video. It has a cool analogy, and I think we can learn from it. So let's just break it down.
I have a confession to make. I love fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power are the four fruits of the Kalpavrishta, the wish-fulfilling tree. If you ever see somebody do something bad and think like, man, how could this guy do it? Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. It makes the world go round. Fame, sex, money, power. There's a story that a group of children fame to do something bad and think like, it makes the world go round. Fame, sex, this guy do it? Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. It makes the world go round.
By craving, the world is driven. By craving, it goes round. By craving, the world is led. By craving, it is driven. All beings are led to craving. Craving holds the world fast. Damn. Basically saying that our cravings, our addictions is what make the world go round, and it's all about fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. How is that not true? And that's being said by somebody like in some scripture by like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, if not thousands. Yikes. And he's talking about what? Some like Krishna tree? Kappa Krishna? What?
I have a confession to make. I love fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power are the four fruits of the Kalpavrishta, the wish-fulfilling tree.
Wish fulfilling tree. Kappa Krishna is a wish fulfilling divine tree in religions like Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. In Buddhism, another term is also common. Its earliest descriptions are mentioned in Sanskrit scripture. It is also a popular theme Jain cosmology. So the children grow up and become, I don't know that word, young adults. They they really are just a bunch of overgrown kids all trapped under the wishing tree. Instead of sweets and toys, childish trifles, they now crave sex, fame, money, and power, the four sweet fruits that hang from the tree. Bittersweet fruits. There are there are truly speaking no other fruits. There is nothing else to be had. Man, how's that not? How's that not true? Mm. Fame, sex, money, power. Isn't there a Isn't there a hip hop song that goes like that? Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect is the key to life. Money, power, respect is all you need in life. Reminds me of this. Fame, sex, money, power.
If you ever see somebody do something bad and think like, man, how could this guy do it? Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. Fame, sex, money, power. It makes the world go round. Fame, sex, money, power. There's a story that a group of children go to play under it, and long story short, the child who asks for candy gets a stomachache. The child who asks for toys.
When the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. That's interesting.
And long story short, the child who asks for candy.
There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. Why do I feel like there's some profoundness in that? There's such profoundness in that. Like, bittersweet. It's like, it's like what Chris Rock said. Ain't no happiness nowhere. Talking about marriage ain't no happiness nowhere. He's just being funny, but I don't know. I see my head is just exploding with synchronicity.
He gets a stomach ache. The child who asks for toys only gets boredom. The only child who is not disappointed by the wish fulfilling tree, which gives anything you want, is the child in a wheelchair who cannot.
the spectacle, the spec, the parable does not end here. It speaks of a lame boy, the young cripple who also hobbled to the tree, but was shoved aside by his more agile friends. So he crawled back to the hut and gazed at the marvelous tree from the window. For us, it's a iPhone screen, waiting for a chance for him to go and make the wish that lame boys make. Hmm. Interesting. He saw his companions wanting sweets and getting stomach aches, grabbing toys and getting bored. He saw them scrambling for sex, fame, money, and power, and getting their opposites and agonizing and not realizing the cause of their anguish. He saw them divided into three groups: the cynics, the self appointed wise guys, and the hope deprived death wishers. He saw this clearly with the poignant, brilliant sharpness of naked truth. The spectacle of this cosmic swindle also surprised him that he stood stunned in brief, lucid bafflement. that like that's so stupid. Just the term cosmic swindle, I think, is hilarious. Who wrote this book? Like, the spectacle of this cosmic swindle so surprised him that he stood stunned in brief, lucid bafflement. A divine comedy, divine tragic comedy. The paramat what paramat cycle of the panoramic panoramic cycle of karma was being enacted in front of his eyes, a gush of compassion welling in his heart for the victims of karma. And in that gush of compassion, the lame boy forgot to wish. So in a gush of compassion welled in his heart. So in compassion for those who can't see what he sees, he had silenced the cosmic fig. Wait, no. A gush of compassion welled in his heart for the victims of karma. And in this gush of compassion, the lame boy forgot to wish. He had silenced the cosmic fig tree with non attachment. He stood outside the orbit of the world's ambivalence. Interesting. He's saying by subduing our desires, we can stand outside the cycle of wishing from this tree. And this tree is like a metaphorical vehicle that's quite similar to the wheel of samsara. The wheel, this wheel, this wheel of wants and desires. And there's people that want to come and break the reel and make their own wheels. Like in Game of Thrones, we hear that idea of the wheel, right? This metaphorical engine that they use to justify certain positions of power that they take, right? This wheel. Um, I see the comparison with the wheel and that engine in there, and this idea of this tree, this wishing tree that gives fame, sex, money, power by just engaging and eating the fruit, the 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 bellyache of eating that fruit. the bellyache of eating that fruit is that anguish, that the stomach ache, the the grabbing at the toys and getting bored, the overindulgence, which leads to more extremes just for thrill, just to feel something because of the overindulgence. Books like the Tao Te Ching talks about this. It'll say things like, um, taste numb the tongue, desires wither the heart. So it's like just giving you these ideas of, it's giving you these ideas, these frameworks. I'm getting a call. Give me a sec, guys. I gotta answer this.